Hey guys, so unfortunately I'm feeling a little under the weather and I'm not able to record any video for this, but I still wanted to cover the game. I've been playing it for the last couple of days, and holy crap, I had to change my underwear a few times, so let's get into it. So in terms of the plot and the setting, I could say that's set in 1899 in Victorian London, and that's all I'm going to say because it's one of those things you need to experience for yourself. You know, we've been kind of starving for survival horror games, and this is definitely not a letdown, but there are some things that I felt, I don't know, were changed a little too much, but, you know, in terms of gameplay, there's no longer an inventory system, which causes just this sort of just ridiculous moment in the game where you realize that while you're holding like a key or something in front of you, you can't actually open a door. And when something is chasing you, there's nothing as stressful as that because there's something going to murder you. The music's in your ear and you're panicking. But on top of that, you have to drop the item, basically open the door as fast as you can, and then pick up that item again. So it really causes more of a slow-paced gameplay element now without having that inventory, which on my side of things I really liked. So you don't have to pick up oil for your lamp anymore. You're just given a lamp, and I felt that this is cool. I can get into this. I'm not the type of person who likes always refilling things or collecting things. I like it just sort of to be there and I walk through the experience. So that's what this game had to offer in terms of no inventory. So the AI, let's talk about that quickly. AI does not follow a basic pattern anymore. What I mean by that is you can watch the AI for over 5 to 10 minutes walk around a room, and it's almost like he's not on a pattern. He's just walking randomly, and you can never really assume he'll be in a certain place that he looks like he will be in, because at any moment, these enemies will turn around and run at you. So it caused these just stressful moments of just praying that this enemy would not turn around and see me, and I really like that. And especially with the music and the atmosphere and having your lamp turned off, it created really, really, really stressful moments that you guys are going to love. So overall gameplay, I really like the changes they made so that, you know, the inventory's gone and you don't have to keep on putting fuel into your lamp. Really like that. There was just something about these enemies that really, I don't know, just it came down to these moments where you get cornered sometimes, and it felt almost impossible to get away from the enemies. And I realized that once you kind of are seen, you're done for. It's one of those games where you really need to pay attention to the enemies, almost like Splinter Cell, and kind of guess where they will be. And it's just a very stressful situation, and they've done a really good job with it. And I can't decide if it's like I don't like the way that it's done because I'm just one of those people that want to run through the levels, or if it's just one of those things where they've designed a really good game here and I'm having a hard time with it because I want to run through the level and I can't do that because I'll get murdered and it scares the shit out of you. So something that I felt was amazing about level design is you finally get to go outside of the mansions or the buildings that you're in the game. So to see the outside of a church and then go into it, it's much more scary to see how epic it is and how massive it is. Like, think of it in terms of, like, if you watch a horror movie like House on Haunted Hill, and they never showed the house, you were just in the house, you could never really appreciate what's in the house without seeing the outside of it. And I feel like this game really makes it feel less of a dream because it grounds you once you're outside of the house. You realize, like, oh, okay, this is a house, it's not a dream sequence. I'm actually in something, and I can leave it at any point in time, and they can also walk you through alleyways and move you into different buildings, which I thought was awesome in this game. It's nice to see that there's this sort of change of pace where it's not just in this haunted house and then caverns underneath the house. It's all over the place. So level design, amazing in this. Very, very much like From Hell or Sleepy Hollow, those amazing films, those gothic films. And the art design, in terms of the enemies and the actual pigs that are scattered throughout the game, is just freaky. It's really something you need to see for yourself. So, what do I give this game out of 10? I give this game an 8 out of 10. The reason it's not, necessarily perfect is definitely those puzzles in the game where a lot of people really like puzzles in survival horror games. Classic Resident Evil was based on puzzles. And this game, I really felt like they didn't put that much thought into the puzzles. And I'm not sure if it was just because I could just see exactly where, say, a candlestick would go to unlock something or a gas can would go. It was just highly predictable, and I felt that it was just a walkthrough. I could just walk through these missions or these puzzles and figure it out. And in terms of the actual gameplay and it being interesting, it was really, for me, only super interesting in terms of gameplay when I was facing an enemy. And some of the amazing things about the game are definitely the atmosphere in this game is like no other. There's no other series out there where you're going to put headphones on and scare the shit out of yourself. So, Jesus, it's really coming down. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this game as a purchase on day one. I think you'll have a great time, especially watching others play the game in front of you. It's truly something to see something like come together and scare somebody. And I'm a huge fan of horror. I really appreciate what they've done here. Like I said, it's not a perfect game, but it is definitely one of those games that I highly suggest you play this Halloween. So thank you for tuning into the review, and I'll see you guys soon.